Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Chromatic purity. Freedom from dilution with white and hence vivid in hue. The amount of energy transmitted, as by acoustic or electromagnetic radiation. He adjusted the intensity of the sound. The magnitude of sound, usually in a specified direction. High level or degree, the property of being intense. Chromatic purity. Freedom from dilution with white and hence vivid in hue. Chromatic purity. Freedom from dilution with white and hence vivid in hue. The process of totally saturating something with a substance. The saturation of cotton with ether. A condition in which a quantity no longer responds to some external influence. The act of soaking thoroughly with a liquid. Interest in variety and intensity. The characters were delineated with exceptional vividness. Chromatic purity. Freedom from dilution with white and hence vivid in hue. The amount of energy transmitted, as by acoustic or electromagnetic radiation. Capability in terms of personnel and materiel that affect the capacity to fight a war. We faced an army of great strength. Physical energy or intensity. It was destroyed by the strength of the gale. The power to induce the taking of a course of action or the embracing of a point of view by means of argument or entreaty. The strength of his argument settled the matter. Permanence by virtue of the power to resist stress or force. The amount of energy transmitted, as by acoustic or electromagnetic radiation. They measured the station's signal strength. An asset of special worth or utility. Capacity to produce strong physiological or chemical effects. The strength of the drinks. The condition of financial success. The strength of the company's stock in recent weeks. The property of being physically or mentally strong. Fatigue sapped his strength. Tasteless showiness. The magnitude of sound, usually in a specified direction. Physical objects consisting of a number of pages bound together. The property of something that is great in magnitude. The volume of exports. The magnitude of sound, usually in a specified direction. The kids played their music at full volume. A publication that is one of a set of several similar publications. The third volume was missing. A relative amount. Mix 1 volume of the solution with 10 volumes of water. The amount of three-dimensional space occupied by an object. The gas expanded to twice its original volume. High level or degree, the property of being intense. An attribute of color. A number assigned to the ratio of two quantities. Two quantities are of the same order of magnitude if one is less than 10 times as large as the other. The number of magnitudes that the quantities differ is specified to within a power of 10. Relative importance. A problem of the first magnitude. The property of relative size or extent, whether large or small. They tried to predict the magnitude of the explosion. An attribute of sound. A specific identifiable position in a continuum or series or especially in a process. A remarkable degree of frankness. A measure for arcs and angles. There are 360 degrees in a circle. An award conferred by a college or university signifying that the recipient has satisfactorily completed a course of study. He earned his degree at Princeton summa cum laude. A position on a scale of intensity or amount or quality. It is all a matter of degree. A unit of temperature on a specified scale. The game was played in spite of the 40-degree temperature. The highest power of a term or variable. The seriousness of something, e.g., a burn or crime. Murder in the second degree. A specific identifiable position in a continuum or series or especially in a process. Indicator that establishes the horizontal when a bubble is centered in a tube of liquid. A flat surface at right angles to a plumb line. Park the car on the level. Direct into a position for use. Of the score in a contest. Become level or even. The ground leveled off. Tear down so as to make flat with the ground. The building was leveled. An abstract place usually conceived as having depth. A good actor communicates on several levels. A relative position or degree of value in a graded group. Having a surface without slope, tilt in which no part is higher or lower than another. Acres of level farmland. Not showing abrupt variations. Spoke in a level voice. A position on a scale of intensity or amount or quality. A high level of care is required. A structure consisting of a room or set of rooms at a single position along a vertical scale. What level is the office on? Make level or straight. Level the ground. Aim at. Level criticism or charges at somebody. Being on a precise horizontal plane. A billiard table must be level. Height above ground. The water reached ankle level. Oriented at right angles to the plumb. The picture is level. Talk frankly with. Lay it on the line. I have to level with you. Assign a rank or rating to. Assign a grade or rank to, according to one's evaluation. Grade tests. The height of the ground on which something stands. The base of the tower was below grade. A number or letter indicating quality, especially of a student's performance. Grade a milk. A degree of oblaut. A body of students who are taught together. 1/100th of a right angle. A relative position or degree of value in a graded group. Lumber of the highest grade. A position on a scale of intensity or amount or quality. A moderate grade of intelligence. A variety of cattle produced by crossbreeding with a superior breed. Determine the grade of or assign a grade to. Level to the right gradient. The gradient of a slope or road or other surface. The road had a steep grade. The physical intensity of sound. Luminous intensity measured in candelas. The vector sum of all the forces exerted by an electrical or magnetic field, on a unit mass or unit charge or unit magnetic pole, at a given point in the field. The vector sum of all the forces exerted by an electrical or magnetic field, on a unit mass or unit charge or unit magnetic pole, at a given point in the field. half the maximum intensity. Luminous intensity measured in candelas. The strength of a radio wave picked up by a radio telescope. The physical intensity of sound. The intensity level that is just barely perceptible. Grow louder. The music crescendos here. Music, a gradual increase in loudness. Music, gradually increasing in volume. That which is below standard or expectations as of ethics or decency. Used of the degree of something undesirable, e.g. pain or weather. An attribute of mischievous children. The property of being wild or turbulent. Of a law, having legal validity. Group of people willing to obey orders. A public force is necessary to give security to the rights of citizens. Physical energy or intensity. He hit with all the force he could muster. A put-out of a base runner who is required to run. The put-out is accomplished by holding the ball while touching the base to which the runner must advance before the runner reaches that base. The shortstop got the runner at second on a force. To cause to do through pressure or necessity, by physical, moral or intellectual means. She forced him to take a job in the city. Force into or from an action or state, either physically or metaphorically. Urge or force, a person, to an action, constrain or motivate. Move with force. Impose urgently, importunately, or inexorably. She forced her diet fads on him. Squeeze like a wedge into a tight space. A unit that is part of some military service. He sent Caesar a force of 6,000 men. One possessing or exercising power or influence or authority. May the force be with you. An act of aggression, as one against a person who resists. He may accomplish by craft in the long run what he cannot do by force and violence in the short one. Take by force. A group of people having the power of effective action. He joined forces with a band of adventurers. A powerful effect or influence. The force of his eloquence easily persuaded them. Do forcibly, exert force. Don't force it. Physics, the influence that produces a change in a physical quantity. Force equals mass times acceleration. Physical energy or intensity. A government has not the vitality and forcefulness of a living man. The property of being wild or turbulent. State of violent mental agitation. Classical mythology. The hideous snake-haired monsters, usually 3 in number, who pursued unpunished criminals. A feeling of intense anger. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. The property of being wild or turbulent.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.